Hey bipeds, I said last video that that was going to be our last video in Blender, but I lied. You really can't have too many videos in Blender, so we're okay. We're all right. All right, so at this video, what we're going to talk about is rendering out our animation that we've made to a set of PNG files. Um, if you want to change anything before you render this out, sometimes it's suitable to change your lighting. You can go in here and change this. Sometimes a sun creates just like a nice uniform light in the scene, but we'll change it there. But we really shouldn't need to do too much, especially since this has light coming from within the object, that emission. And so you can probably skip that there, but there it is. Okay, so we're going to go out here to our camera now, and we want to see exactly what it's looking at, because that's what's going to be rendered whenever we render out our animation. And so you notice we have the top ends of our well, we have this, we're not getting the whole image. And so we're going to come out here to the object transform, and we're at 5.5 off of the y-axis. And so we're going to change this to, let's try 7.5. And that's pretty good right there. We're going to try to keep it close so that we can create a smaller sprite sheet, but we don't want to accidentally miss anything. So that's perfect right there. And there may be a way, honestly, I don't know how you would bring this in, maybe some kind of ratio that you could bring in to get this equal, but we're going to worry about that in GIMP in our next set of, well, the next stage is working with these rendered images in GIMP. And so we're going to worry about that there. It may be that if you can bring this in, that you can completely skip the GIMP stage, or if your animation fills up the frame and you don't need to do any extra editing in GIMP, then there's a whole, there's probably another video or two after this one that you can skip. So cool for you. All right, so this is what we want to see, and now we're going to render. So over here on this button, you have your render presets, and we are going to be rendering a video, an animation at 24 frames per second. Really, at this point, it doesn't matter because we're just putting out still shots. So whether that's 64 or 24, it doesn't really matter. If you were making a movie, because you could go ahead and select an MPEG video, and that's going to put out a video at whatever frame rate you said. And so 24, that should be 3 seconds of video, which is approximately what we have in that GIF, whatever you want to call it down there. So for now, though, since we're rendering to PNG, which are individual, basically just frame shots, we don't really need to worry about this. One thing we do want, and this will save a big headache in the editing this in GIMP, where we want this background to be transparent, select RGBA. And what that does is allows you to use this transparent selector here. And so where there's no background, it's going to render transparent. If you had this selected as RGB, it's not going to include the alpha channel, and you will have a gray background rendered in. And then you would have to go into GIMP if you and remove that. And it's kind of a pain. So the easiest way is just select RGBA, select that there, thank me later. And I'll go ahead and say you're welcome now. Okay. So after this, the next thing, set your folder here. And good luck. I hate trying to navigate the folders in here. It took me forever to find that. But I honestly, it took an embarrassingly long amount of time to get this video path in there, or this file path in there. So if you have troubles with that, I get it. I actually had to remake this video. It was ridiculous. Okay. Well, That's a confession there. So at this point, we're ready to render out our video. It's going to go to this directory and a set of PNG files. If you just hit render, it's only going to take whatever your current shot is and render that. But we want the whole set of deals, so we're going to click animation, and that will go through and it will render out. And you get little clips of this, and that's going to take whatever that takes times 72, because that's how many we have. And so we're waiting for that. We can actually go out here and see it's rendering those. And if we open one up, it's pretty cool. All right, so next video, we are going to look at that in GIMP and how we can crop this down. Additionally, if you want to make extra edits there, like maybe it starts to emit lightning and you didn't know how to do that in Blender, or something else you wanted to do, you could do that in GIMP on each of those. But the main work of animating this rotating engine has already been done with us for us through Blender. So we will talk about that next time in GIMP. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.